Welcome to Cult Corner, I'm Atron.
And I'm Inferna.
And today we have a review of Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions.
Yes, with Scott Bakula, Famke Janssen, Kevin J. O'Connor, and Daniel von Bargen.
And the premise of this is a group of people are heading into the desert to have a showdown with a bunch of cultists, led by the crazy Nyx, who's a sorcerer. And when you see Nyx, he kind of looks like...
He looks actually kind of like a slobby, like
homeless
fat,
guy.
homeless-looking guy. Yeah. You wouldn't think that he was much of anything, but he actually has a lot of power.
Guy.
Yes,
yeah,
he's a true sorcerer. He's not like just some magician-y, illusionist-y type
and he's
thing.
played by David von Bargen. Yeah. And so they're speeding off to go deal with these guys. And you find out when they get there that, well, they used to be part of the cult, and they want to take Nyx down because they're afraid he's going to do some harm to the world.
Which he actually would do.
Yeah, and he does later on, obviously. It's his plan all along, but... Yeah, so what they do is they restrain him, they put screws through his head.
Yeah.
He has to cut himself, Swan does, to put his blood in there to hold him in place.
Because Swan has a lot of magical power, too.
Yeah, basically he's Nyx's pupil, you know, and he's come back to stop Nyx.
And they have this magical, like, almost like Man in the Iron Mask type thing, you know, it's like a face mask thing that, like, renders Nyx powerless.
Yeah. And so they kind of bury him in this little sand tomb. And, yeah, I don't think the other guys survive, the other cultists that come with them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, a couple of them do, you know, the couple people do, but most of the cultists, like, scatter or whatever.
Yeah, the ones that are still with Nyx, they kind of scatter. And
a couple of them die in the scuffle.
Yeah.
But,
so you go back to present day where... Swan, he's like world famous. He's pretty much like David Copperfield. You know, he's selling out shows. Everybody knows who he is. He's doing these awesome magic tricks. But the truth is, he's an actual sorcerer, just like Nyx.
Yeah, he's pretending to be an illusionist, but he's an actual sorcerer.
Yeah, and during some of this, he gets an idea that some of Nyx's cultists are coming after him.
Couple that survived that were really diehards.
One with the goofy eye.
Yeah, one with a goofy eye and white eyebrows, and he wears really, really, really weird pants.
he's kind of like an 80s kind of, I don't know, punk kind of look. I don't know, maybe.
He wears like gold lame, tight gold lame pants.
But he's kind of second in command of the, he's like, you know, in command of the cultists now that Nyx is kind of pinned down in the sand, so... He's after Swan to kill him, to bring him back to Nyx, whatever, you know, and he's going to stop at nothing to do it, and Swan finds this out, so he stages a fake death in one of his magic tricks in order to...
sort of throw him off the trail and think that he's dead.
So and he's got his wife, played by Famke Janssen, and also Scott Bakula, who's there. And they're witnessing this a magical show, and it's something with blades where he's like spinning around on some circle.
Yeah, it's like spinning around.
And his sword has to drop down, you know, into one slot. But he stages it where the swords, well, they just pierce his leg and his abdomen.
And just mess him all up.
So, yeah, it looks like he got pretty brutally killed.
Yeah.
So actually, everybody's horrified. Obviously, Scott Bakula, he's a detective in this, and he's down there trying to figure out, what the hell happened and everything, and wife's all messed up, and you know, so she hires Scott Bakula to try to figure out what's going on, you know, like what caused his death, because she hears and sees strange things, like supernatural like things, so like she wonders, like, well, is he still maybe around?
Yeah, and he didn't let her know that he was faking his death either, because he wanted her to think that he was dead too, just to keep her safe.
Yeah. So she hires Scott Bakula, and he's on the trail and trying to figure this out, and you know, he knows about these cultists too, and he's trying to figure out who's behind this and why were they after Swan and everything. So. Yeah, so it leads him to finding out later on that, oh well, Swan's alive. Actually, after all, he didn't. It was staged. he was just trying to hide away from.
It was a pretty good staging too.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, when
Yeah.
he died, it looked like he did kill himself, but yeah. He obviously
Badly.
didn't. And in the same time, well, ta-da, he's still around. Scott Bakula kind of moves on his wife a little bit. They start having a little affair, because well, she thinks he's dead, and they
Yeah.
kind of get all snuggly, and so. But yeah, he returns and he explains to Scott Bakula and his wife that Dorothea that well, he has to do this because he's being hunted down by these crazy cultists from and so what they do is they all trek back to the desert,
Yep.
try to finish this.
Yeah. Finish it once and for all.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But Nyx by then has fully resurrected, and he's waiting for Swan.
Yeah.
He's all ghoulish now. He looks like a kind of a zombie ghoul demon, whatever, and he's like super powerful. And all he wants,
was even more powerful than what he was.
and all he's
before.
thinking about is death right now.
Yeah.
He's just all about first off, when you see him, he's all about trying to enlighten. He's more peaceful. But the new version of him is about like pain and misery. Show me your blood and flesh. Like kneel down on glass.
Yeah.
My fellowship.
Yes.
Whatever.
Well, and he
Show
ends
me
up,
love by cutting yourself. Hurting yourself.
He actually ends up killing all of his own cult members because
Mm-hmm.
they weren't faithful enough.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, well, he gets there, and him and Swan have this meeting, and he's like telling Swan that, he always thought it was him and you, or him and Swan to rule the world, but now there can only be one, and it's him to bring this kind of new world in, this devilish, macabre world into fruition.
Yeah.
So obviously that can't happen. So we got Swan again versus Nyx Showdown Central with Scott Bakula.
With Scott Bakula.
And so yeah, this all goes down and ends up to being a really cool final. It's a really good film. I enjoyed it. I feel like Hellraiser. You're gonna like this. Very kind of. Another gritty film, very kind of debaucherous and just bloody and kind of perverse in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really going crazy for this guy. What did you like about this movie?
I like the gore. You know me.
Yeah. Me too. The gore was really great. Just the kind of the sick level of this and the perversity of this, I thought was really. It was on scale with Hellraiser. And, Clive Barker.
Yeah.
What do you expect? He's going to bring that out in the film.
So, what would you rate this film?
I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. It's really good.
I will be a little bit less than you, and say 7.
Okay, so 7 for her. And yeah, go check this out. It's on Blu-ray now, out on Scream Factory, so I'm sure it's gonna look pretty cool. And yeah, I seen this in the theaters and loved it, and yeah, it's just a really fun film. So go check it out, Clive Barker fans.
Yep.
So until next time, hail the
Hail
horror.
horror.